Hello, Sinvicta.
Hello, Northernlion.
Hello.
What's up?
Nothing much. How's it going with you?
Pretty good. Pretty good now that I've learned that I'm only 2 games back.
Pretty crazy.
Hopefully, yeah. It's a fierce competition out there, but it keeps things interesting. That's for sure.
Well,
it'd be a miracle if I could actually bring it back.
Dude,
you have to sweep this week.
Yeah. I mean, it's impossible for this week to end tied.
Yes, that is true.
You could end up down by 5. You could end up by 1. Or if you win 2 and I win 1, I'm back.
Yeah,
I'm up by 1.
You're up by 1.
It's yeah. Okay. Well, without further ado, in arithmetic, let's get started. 3, 2, 1. Good luck.
And dang old math is just too fierce.
Should have written it down. That's the thing.
Yeah, I mean, yes, that's why we got viewers.
Yeah, that is true.
We need to add anymore when you got viewers, you know.
I pride myself on the mental arithmetic, though.
Yeah, you can actually convert Celsius into Fahrenheit and vice versa.
If I remember which one it is. I'm pretty sure that it's one of them is times 9 divided by 5 plus 32. The other one is times 5 divided by 9 minus 32.
That is the first one is the formula for Fahrenheit.
Okay. But I would never convert Celsius into Fahrenheit anyway, because I think that just that enables you guys to stick with the inferior system. I'll convert Fahrenheit into Celsius. I won't do it the other way.
Please tell me how. Okay, so 60 degrees right now, which is what the temperature is outside right now.
I'm just gonna stop you right there because I know the argument. The argument that every American gives for Fahrenheit is just 60 feels like 60. And then,
no, that's not
100 is hot and 0 is cold. So it's in a superior system.
That's not what I was going to say at all. If you let me finish my freaking thought.
That's my mistake.
No, I'm coming up with a more logical argument. So 60 degrees in Fahrenheit is roughly 15.5 in Celsius.
Okay.
How is that easier and simpler when you're talking about fractions?
It's not fractions.
Percentages or decimals. I mean, if you want to go into it, it is kind of fractions. But anyway, look. The point is, how is that simpler than a round number, than a whole number? Instead of saying 60, you got to say 15.5. I think I've made my case.
You could also say it's just 15 or 16 degrees. You don't need to get into the decimal point. That's fine. I mean, when you're saying that it's 60 degrees Fahrenheit, who knows? It might actually be 60.7 degrees Fahrenheit. That doesn't mean that, we know be a better system is where the heat goes from 0 to 10,000. That way you have more specificity. I don't buy it. I
only accept my temperatures in kelvins. Thank you.
I just do not buy it. But you didn't choose the system, so.
The sad thing is I was raised in the metric system. It was only after I came to America where I got converted to imperial. And
then you never went back, apparently.
It's kind of hard. You get set in the ways. I mean, if what they're teaching you in school is all imperial, it's hard to be like, oh yeah, I know what a gallon is compared to a liter.
I have no problem with metric versus imperial. If you want to use imperial, I think that's fine. Where I have a problem is when Americans do not accept that imperial is inferior. That's my only thing. If you use it, I don't mind. It's only when you're like, no, this is the way it should be, and you're like, really? Because 5.8 billion people on planet Earth tried it out and then went, this is not the right way to do it.
All right. Well, to be fair, I'm not saying either is superior. I don't care either way, but you can't be like, all Americans think that it's superior. It's that's a gross generalization, which I am a part of, and I do not believe that one is superior to the other. Although I will argue about the whole decimal places versus not. But
dude, I'm so annoyed with this country right now. Not America this time. Everything is Bally in this. Every place you're looking for is Bally everywhere. Bally must mean bay or something in Gaelic.
Well, I sure hope that I've got the right bay one. Nope, I did not.
Oh, I accidentally opened it after I had guessed, but
you got me by 800.
Honestly, Let me put it this way. Are you looking at the map?
Yes.
I started at Galway and went around counterclockwise around the whole freaking coast. I saw 95 valleys, and then that Bally castle, that was the last one that I saw. So I was like, well, it's probably between here and there.
I should have known that it wasn't Scotland. I went for Scotland, but it's only
really?
because, well, I mean, we've had Aberdeen before, and I couldn't really get much. I mean, I saw it was English. It wasn't really Scottish, though. I should have been thinking more Ireland.
I mean, I feel you, like on an honest level. I'm like
the Scotland guesses are kind of weird because when they go full on Scottish, it looks like it's not even you're not even speaking English.
I mean, we're not gonna make any fans in
no.
in other parts of the world by saying this, but I'm like, Scottish and Gaelic, they probably have many marked differences that are extremely apparent if you are immersed in them on a regular basis, but we are not, so they seem kind of the same to me, just to be clear.
I mean, yeah, I would agree with that.
Hey, what do you think
on an ignorant level? This one's a little bit weird because I thought it was at first this country just because of the color of the road sign. By the way, I want to say that I did indeed verify that I give you way too much information, man.
Yeah, I've been trying not to point that out because
way too much. Like just even what did I? It was the one that really got me was the Korean guess that we had last week.
Yeah, where you said it's Pyongyang, but not
Pyeongchang, but not yeah. And I'm like, dude, he was so off until I said that. I'm an idiot.
Well, I don't know. You're just you want everybody to succeed. I think it's a very noble habit.
I don't. Is it this country?
I don't
No,
know.
because we've seen the.
It's one of these countries. I think it's this one right here. That's my hunch. Well, no, that doesn't seem right.
See, that's what that's what I'm saying.
By the way, big ups Europe for making the whole country, excuse me, the whole continent have the same road network. Probably something that's very helpful when you're driving there, but a little bit difficult when it comes to actually trying to figure out where you are. But I suppose that's not really the reason you would make it in the first place, is to make it so random people could find it in Geoguessr, which is totally fair. Balaton Fineves.
Don't forget about the city of Zagreb.
Sinvicta, you're not going to be too happy about the information you just gave away on that one.
What?
I mean, Zagreb. It's a big city.
Is it really?
Yeah. In fact, it's, to the best of my knowledge, I believe it is the last capital in the world in alphabetical order.
Really?
For real.
What country am I in now? It's this country? I'm just right now I'm following the road signs because I have no idea where we are. But I found, unless I get bamboozled, I found what I believe.
I was looking in the wrong direction for a long time. But yeah, I am also.
Well, I mean, if I freaking gave it to you.
I was already around where I wanted to be here. Let me put it that way.
Like I found the road, but I don't see any of the familiar city names. Now I'm just looking for Zagreb.
I have faith that you will find Zagreb.
I do not, because I don't even know.
Wow, I was way off for where I expected to be, but you might get me on that one, believe it or not.
I got you by 800.
Yeah, I'm surprised. I mean, here's what happened, I saw this sign and it said, hey, guess what city is over here? Kyrgyzstan, right? Then I saw Kyrgyzstan on the map, and I was like, must be right over there. But then there's Fonyod.
See, if they're in miles, you would have had a better guess.
That's nonsensical.
Yeah, no, I found E71 now, or I found E55, and then I just kept going south.
Yeah,
I was like,
looking
well,
for E's.
yeah,
I did this.
I mean, I had no idea it was Hungary. I've never even heard of Zagreb. Well, that's not true. I may have heard of Zagreb once.
Zagreb is the capital of Croatia.
I'm just not gonna say anything anymore. This is gonna be the deadest, the banterless city guesser on YouTube of all time.
Well, if anything, I should have listened to what you were saying a little more closely. Because when you said Zagreb, I was like, yeah, it's the right region. But why is he so close to Zagreb? That's messed up. Turns out you were much closer to Zagreb. Makes perfect sense.
Well, do you know where it is on the map?
Zagreb? Oh, absolutely.
Really?
Oh,
where is it?
Is it Croatia? It's the capital of Croatia.
Is it really?
It is. It is.
Oh yeah, there it is. I just looked at it. Yeah, see, I was looking for it in Hungary.
Anyway, you won't find it there. Not anymore, anyway.
This is a very confusing guess for the information that I've gotten so far.
You think so? I feel
not.
like I know the country 100%. And by looking around, I'm like, I think I got a general idea of the kind of the region within the country.
I too believe that I have the country correct. I'm at a flat 8,600 right now.
I'm at 8,605.
Oh man. What I was gonna say earlier is that there is another possibility of one of us not being ahead is if we actually get a tie, which we joked about last week, but you'd be surprised, man. We've come close to tying a couple times here.
We have.
It's pretty incredible.
Dude, I'm gonna tell you, this one's gonna get me in a lot of trouble. I can't tell you why yet.
Okay.
Except to say this one's gonna sting, I think.
Are you confident on the country?
Yes.
The heck?
Yes, I am. But like
yeah.
I consider myself to have gotten extremely lucky. Let me put it that way.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm leaning chat. You still call your viewers chat? Even when you're not chatting?
I do not.
Okay, that's fair. So I do know where we are. But can I hit you with some heat? I'll give you some information.
Sure, because yeah. I think I'm incorrect.
I did not know where on the map this country was.
I think I know the country, but unless this is like a region.
I did not. That's all I'm going to say for now.
This is the country. Because we've had, I think, a guess here before.
Do they eat?
I have no idea.
Do they eat waffles or do they eat noodles?
Oh, there it is. No, I think I found it.
Found what?
The country.
All right. If you say so.
To be fair, I was in the correct region anyway, but I was not looking in the right spot. The heck was that?
It was right by the McDonald's.
Something just fell off my desk, and I don't know what it was. I don't think it was. It must not have been vital because I think everything's still working. Yeah, I'm not sure where we are. I'm gonna say like.
Oh man, I was at like halfway of the country away.
I should have stayed there. I was like almost on top of it.
I can't believe I was almost a whole country away. 3.6 kilometers.
That's you mean 3.2 miles?
Oh, no, 2.2 miles.
I was 5.1 kilometers off. You got me by 4.
Yeah, so I had no idea where San Marino was in the world.
We've had it once before, but it was a while ago, I think.
I was looking in the Mediterranean Sea. I was looking off the coast of Greece and Turkey. I was like, I have no idea. I apologize to our San Marinan viewer.
San Marinoan.
Dan Marino. Hey, wouldn't that be weird if Dan Marino was from San Marino?
That would be, because he's not.
He would definitely be the best player in the NFL from San Marino.
I would probably agree with that, although he never won a Super Bowl.
Close. Well, yeah, but he's still really good.
Yeah, he's all right. I mean, he's a Hall of Fame quarterback that just never won the Super Bowl.
You ever read those books when you were a kid, where the kid would like fall asleep and he would wake up in Dan Marino's body when he's playing in the Super Bowl?
No.
I did, and like as a kid, it was such a cool book, right? You're like, oh, he's like 6th grade, but when he puts on the Dan Marino jersey and falls asleep, he's Dan Marino. Then I always thought about like how much it must have sucked if you were Dan Marino. And you spend your whole life, trying to win the Super Bowl, and then like some kid just out of nowhere becomes you.
Well, I don't think that Dan Marino knows that he was being possessed by a kid.
You think that he felt like he was in control the whole time?
Yeah, and the kid was just along. It was a Get Out type of situation.
A Get Out situation. I understand.
Yeah. Did you see that movie?
I have seen Get Out. Yeah.
It's a good movie.
Dude, it's a great movie. It's a great movie.
I think Jordan Peele should do more stuff like that.
Well, did you see Us?
I did not see it, but I know the premises. I've seen enough theories on it to know what it was about and what happened.
It is not as good. I would go a step further and say it's not even in the same ballpark as Get Out.
Get Out.
But it's still pretty interesting. I would recommend watching it.
It was wasn't Us like it was less race focused, more like an American.
Yeah, it's I would say instead of exploring race, it explores class.
Right.
More than race. But there, I think that's fair.
Brother, I don't know where. I mean, I know we both know we're in Japan.
Yes, that is not information. That is
not new news.
That is not taken. That is not giving me anything I didn't already have for sure. And it's a cool part of the country, but I don't know where that is.
They make great cars here, so that's where I'm going. That is the basis for my guess. Only because it's the only smaller name that I recognize. I'm just gonna go sightseeing a little bit, I think.
Please take me back. Please take me back just a little further. Thank you. Okay.
Shout out to Japan for actually putting English on their signs when they absolutely don't have to.
Extremely true.
One day I'm gonna go. I know I say that every time we get into this region, but like one day I do believe I will go to Japan. It's gonna be cool.
You're right. We have talked about it, but I support your endeavor. I think it's a great country to visit.
I'm just gonna guess because I got 10 seconds left. I was way off. That's what I get. I was closer. I was closer with my original guess, man.
I got you by about 800 on that one. I basically, I got a little lucky. I saw a sign that was like Yamagata Prefecture this way, and then I was like, okay, just try to find the word Yamagata on the map, and I got it.
I was looking at like rivers and stuff it was like Tamachi River or something. Well, we're going to the 5th and final round here. I'm at 17,610.
I'm at 18,405. So it's like a 600 to 700 point lead. But we are in the middle of nowhere. I don't want to say the middle of nowhere, but there's a sign that is just aluminum foil, okay?
What? I did not see that sign. The first thing I saw was a donkey in the middle of nowhere, so...
I mean, this is... I turned around and I'm like, this is beautiful. Don't get me wrong.
It is.
But also, what the heck? Where are we, dude? I'm just going to say this, and I mean it with no disrespect at all.
I know what you're going to say.
I don't think you do.
Okay.
Because it's out there. This looks like a very inhospitable place to live.
All right, yeah, I definitely was not expecting you to say that. That's a little bit.
I don't mean that like why would anyone live here? What I mean though is just like the ground is just it's like Icelandic terrain plus sand. Like this is a place where, you know, until the modern era, you know, you had to be a strong human being to make a living here.
Well, you had to be strong to grow anything here. That's for sure.
Well, yeah, and you know, you can imagine tilling the fields when in the under the permafrost. You know, like this is.
You mean the gravel? There's no fields to till here.
There's grass growing here, of some kind of grass. It's not traditional green grass, but there are grasses.
It is very serene to look at those mountains in the back, though.
I mean, I think it's time to comb the map, honestly.
I mean, that's what I've been doing, but
kind of driving.
Oh. That's probably the biggest sign that's gonna help me.
Are you looking
at
Toktorin?
No.
Okay. I mean, I got no problem giving out some information on this one because, like, let's be honest. If you find this one, you deserve it.
I think I'm in the wrong. This is not. This is like more over here. Like probably like somewhere over here, maybe.
Oh my god, dude! How are you supposed to?
There's so many conflicting signs that I'm looking at here.
All right, Tomo, you can come in. Hello.
Tomo.
I think this is one where I've just got to come to terms with the fact that, you know, if you're wrong, you're wrong. You know, like. I don't know what to say.
What was the sign that you were looking at?
I have no comment for that at this point.
I think you may have pulled a Northernlion.
There's no chance you found that on the map. Like, I can sleep easy if you found that on the map, because that is like, that is madness.
Is this not what you said earlier?
I'm just guessing.
Putting us there. It was.
There's no chance you found.
You said. Did you say you said Tokmak, didn't you?
No, I said Tokotarin is below it.
I thought you said Tokmak.
No, I did not say Tokmak. But I mean, I'm impressed you went for Kyrgyzstan above all else.
Well, I was looking at Mongolia for a while there, but then I saw non-Russian.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it sounded more like almost Turkish.
Yeah, that
on
makes
a
sense.
sign on a white sign, but I thought you said Tokmak though. And I was like, I'm pretty sure it's what you said. What did you actually see?
It was Toktorin. It's just south of Balachikin.
Balachikin.
Oh, Tomo.
I don't even see that on the map. Oh, what happened to Tomo?
I don't know. Maybe he's mad I'm making noise. He scratched his box when he got in. Like, what's wrong, man?
Well, he asked he wanted to come and join you, and now he is offended that you made noise.
You know what it is? Ruka's in his box, so he had to go into Ruka's box.
Ah,
so it's a thing. Yeah.
I think this was the city that was on that white sign.
Well,
there was like on that white sign there was
Talas.
a city. No, it was like Suzmair or something like that. It was not in Russian, or what appears to be Russian, which is the reason why I started looking away from Mongolia.
Yeah, I mean, I can be at peace in this one.
But I also misremembered what you said. I thought you said Tokmak.
Yeah, that's. I mean, I gotta be honest. That's a frustrating way to lose. Is to have somebody mishear what you said and then have that give them the place that they should guess. That's
well, to be
that's
fair,
a tough one to swallow.
To be fair, it sounded exactly like what you said.
I don't. I mean, I disagree with that assessment, but
I need to go back and listen to that. But
I never did I say Tokmak. I said Toktaran for sure.
Oh, sorry, Toktaran.
Yeah.
It had talk in it.
It did have talk, but so did like 10 of the cities here had talk in them. They all started with talk. So there's Torkent, Toktagul, Talas. There's like it's all talk down here. Tokmak, there he is. Tokmak.
Yeah, I mean, I guess near Tokmak.
There's infinite talks. Aktala, that's a little talk if you don't think about it too hard. Well, anyway.
Well,
that last one is a real. It's when you hit a question mark block. Is a D100. I had no idea where we were at all.
Well, I'm glad that you said that because I was still looking over in Kazakhstan and Uzbekistan, and I was casually looking at the map and saw Tokmak. I was like, he did it.
It's a tough thing to defend against.
He's done
having what you said misinterpreted to become the correct thing.
my brain misinterpreted what you said, but you did say talk, so I was like, oh, okay. One of the talks is right. You got talks everywhere here. So.
Now we know. If you see talks, you know you're in Kyrgyzstan.
Yeah, not Mongolia or Uzbekistan.
Yeah. Well, now I feel like an idiot for putting us in Russia just because there was snow in Russian. What a moron. Anyway, that'll put it to within one.
Within one, yeah.
Within one. Thanks for joining me, Sinvicta.
Thank you for allowing me to be here and for giving me the keys to the kingdom.
Oh,
you know, when you're on, you're on. I mean.
And thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the episode, click the like button. Helps out a great deal. Watch both perspectives simultaneously and show your support. Subscribe if you want to see more in the future. For now, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.
See you later.
See you.
That is hilarious.